You know, sometimes it's just not worth it for 15 minutes of pleasure, you know?
Well, I mean, now they got their 15 minutes of pleasure and their 15
I
minutes
know,
of fame.
Hi, and welcome to the SaVeg Podcast.
I'm Rose, also known as Cheap Lazy Vegan on YouTube.
And I'm Daniel, one of your favorite guest stars on Cheap Lazy Vegan's YouTube channel.
We're two friends who love to talk about the latest trending topics.
So get comfortable and join us while we give our SaVeg take on just about everything.
You are currently listening to the previous episode of this podcast, but if you would like to listen to this week's episode and get some exclusive content, go over to patreon.com/thesavagepodcast.
Hello, everyone. And
Hello, everybody.
yeah, and welcome to this week's episode of the SaVeg Podcast.
Why are you so awkward?
I'm not that awkward. I'm just tired, you know?
It's not like we've been doing this for the last 5 years.
It's been 5 years.
Has it been longer?
Well, it's been since 2019.
Almost 6 years.
Yeah. So
That's wild.
That's actually insane.
What do we have to show for it, Daniels?
Because if you think about it, this great forum that we have, audience, this
ambiance.
This I think will be episode 277 or something.
God damn, that'd be crazy as
I
hell.
know, because if you think about it, there's 52 weeks in a year.
That's crazy.
So that shows you how long we've been doing it, Rose.
Well, and also, the dates.
Yeah.
2025. We started it end of 2019, was it?
It was, yeah. I think
it was pre-COVID.
It was December. I want to say it was December 2019.
Was it?
Yeah, because I seem to remember it
was pre-COVID, right?
Yeah, it was because I remember.
Crazy.
I remember back in the day when
me
and Rose were talking about it, and you were back in Canada.
Yes.
I was in
Spain.
the UK. No, I was in the UK first.
Oh.
Because if you remember, you actually got the mic sent to my aunt's place. Because you ordered the mics.
Oh
and
my
you're
God.
Yeah,
Good memory.
I know, and I remember. I'm pretty sure
haven't damaged all your brain cells.
No, not all of them.
Few of them still exist.
Some
They're fighting for dear life, though.
Some of them be up there somewhere.
It's one vodka shot away from destroying them all.
Rose, don't say that. You'd be scaring me.
But yeah, wow, it's been so long.
And then, yeah, you sent the mics to my aunt's house.
Uh-huh.
And then I moved with the mic and everything to Spain. And I'm pretty sure the first episode that we ever did, I was in Spain and we were recording. And I remember it just being, it was interesting because we had two videos.
Yeah.
2 audio files, and I had to splice it all together.
I feel like...
And
sorry, continue.
No, go ahead.
I feel like there has to be an easier way to do it because people do this kind of shit all the time. They'll record their podcast and they'll do an interview with someone that's not there physically.
There probably is, but the problem too, what I was finding is also video and audio format sometimes doesn't line up. So for example, even this podcast that we do, so we record on my iPhone and then the times are slightly different. So you have to actually they're not exactly time for time.
But it's because we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
that's what we're it's because there definitely is settings that we could set up.
Oh, for sure.
There are settings that we could make so that you don't have to deal with that. I know what you mean, right? It's it's very strange.
It's
one
weird,
of them is
it's
the frame rate, I think, and
it
the
is,
recording rate.
It definitely is.
But we don't know. we don't have that technological know-how.
And at least now it's just 2 files I put together
Right.
instead of 4.
No, but what I mean is when we record, for example, let's say if we're not physically together.
Yeah.
And when we record, I'm sure there's a way of just there has to be a program where you were just chatting and then you just set up the mic. It all goes into one fucking file.
Yeah.
Then you don't have to put the audio and the video together.
You're right there. And there probably is, Rose. And you know why we don't have it?
Because we didn't pay for it.
Exactly. Probably because it costs money.
Yeah, we're probably fuck that. Let's
I know.
just do it the cheap way.
We probably looked into it and we're like, you know what? We want to save the dollars.
Yeah, there's probably a thing on Zoom or something where if you pay extra, you can record the whole conversation and make our lives so much easier.
And
but
we're
we're
no.
Let's save the $3 a month or whatever.
I know.
To be fair, it's probably expensive, and honestly, these subscriptions are adding up. So
and
fuck that.
This is actually okay. This is something I do want to talk about because I was watching. I rewatched the other night or this weekend that Buy Now documentary.
Oh God, Daniel, why did you do that
I know,
to yourself?
I shouldn't have.
It's depressing.
It is. But they were also talking about, and we did mention this on the podcast before, but it's such a topical topic in a sense that with all these subscriptions, because we're all subscribing to something, right? I think there's not a single person right now
Yeah.
that does not have a fucking subscription at this
Yeah.
point, you know? The thing is, they're strategic in a sense that in the olden days, way back when, you know, like,
When's
you know,
the olden days, Daniel? The 90s?
the 90s. You know, for
Quite
example,
literally.
exactly. Like think about like videos, for example. Like you would buy a video or VHS or DVD because DVDs were out at that time, I'm pretty sure. You'd buy it and yeah, maybe it was a little bit pricey at the time. It was like $25 for a new movie or something. And then sometimes it would come down in price. You could find them for like 2 for $20, like this kind of
Sure.
stuff, right? And you'd build up a collection, right? You could watch that DVD as many times as you want. And actually, I still have some of the DVDs from that time, right?
I'm sure everyone has like some old
Oh,
DVDs
yeah.
and VHS tapes.
Yeah, because you purchased it and you have the right to like use it. Now, the interesting thing with subscriptions now is you no longer, because they say you no longer actually own anything, right? Like they've taken that away from consumers in a sense that now it's like you're paying for the right to use this product, but the second that you stop paying, you're cut off.
That's true.
Which is kind of fucked up. Like even think
Like Spotify.
exactly the second you stop using Spotify, boom, you're done.
Even though you've paid every month
Yep.
for however many years.
And you've paid how many ever much money
Yeah.
to Spotify. Like another perfect example is Microsoft. And how
Did we discuss this in the podcast?
no, and we don't need to go into details.
No, we're going to
Rose.
have to talk about this.
Um,
So we've just discovered. So like, you know, we always talk about how Daniel, we always like to, you know, poke a little fun at how the frugality of Daniel's lifestyle. So to my surprise, we've just discovered, who were we talking to when we discovered this?
Was it Tien?
Oh, it was Tien.
Yeah.
Yes. We just discovered that Daniel is paying for Microsoft Office.
I am, yeah.
Out of his pocket. I was like, I thought you were frugal.
Okay.
Who is paying for Microsoft Office? It doesn't make sense. Like, what are you doing? And the thing is, it's like, I would maybe understand if maybe you were self-employed. There's something, you know, but it's like you're just paying for Microsoft Office when you can use, guys, if any of you are paying for Microsoft Office, unless you need it for your job specifically or something, you can just use, even if you need it for your job, you could probably just use Google Docs, Google fucking Sheets, and Google, I'm pretty sure they have Google fucking whatever version of Microsoft.
They
Continue.
definitely do.
Please defend yourself.
I will defend myself in a sense that yes, and I do use Google Docs as well. Like I use that for
so
some things.
You just
that
pay the extra for the Microsoft Office.
No, the reason I like Microsoft Office is because I do feel like in terms of like the actual capabilities, like I only use it for Word and Excel to be honest. But like the capabilities in those, I feel like it's a lot better than what's in Google.
What are you using them for?
So like for example, if you're like tailoring a resume or like you can make it look nicer on
I guess so.
on Word, and you know, part of the reason I did it is because I was, you know, in the market. So
Daniel,
I was just like,
I guarantee you could do all those things on Google Docs.
Probably I can. But anyway, long story short, where I was going with this whole thing is I think back now. So like, I mean, I'm sure there's like discounted rates for students and stuff now for Microsoft Office, but I think back to like back when we were in university, right?
Yes.
You buy your laptop, which at that time, even still laptops were only lasting like depending on if it was not a MacBook, but like a PC would last like 3 years and it would just die, which is crazy. Mine did.
Maybe at the time.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember.
But you would buy the Microsoft Office for university or whatever, right? Like the suite of
I
products.
don't think I've ever bought it.
Have you not?
I may have illegally downloaded some of those.
I've done both. So
you're like, you just love, big fan of Microsoft over
apparently no. So I bought the Microsoft back, but this was back in uni, and I don't know, it was like $60 to $100 at the time.
here. It can't be that cheap. Is it that cheap?
It was back then.
Okay.
Yeah, I think.
Like
and
forever.
but that was like you buy this.
Like you buy the thing.
Yeah.
And then you have it forever.
Exactly.
I mean, theoretically.
But then the problem started is they'd start doing updates and stuff,
Sure.
like product updates. You'd have to upgrade the CDs if you wanted the newest version, and then you have to buy that. But it was still way cheaper on a yearly basis than buying a subscription. And because you would just buy it, and then every maybe 3 years you need to buy the new one. But it would be like, you know, you would last for a long time. And you'd only buy the new one if you wanted the upgrades.
So how much you pay right now for Microsoft Office?
I think it's like $120 a year. I know. But this is my...
How many resumes are you making?
This is my point here, guys, though. My point is with all this is the companies are all switching to the subscription model.
Yeah.
Because for revenue wise, it makes sense for them in terms of, again, squeezing as much money out of consumers as possible, because instead of us buying a CD-ROM or a program that we can use for 5 years, we have to, you get regular customers. Every year you're getting a reoccurring revenue from all these subscriptions, right?
Yeah.
And it's just nuts. Like everything's becoming a subscription.
Everything. And I even heard that, okay, so I have a rant.
Okay.
So I got my dad this printer, okay? Like for because he likes to print shit. I don't know, okay? Like I got it like a while ago.
Yeah.
And he had this old printer that I think was working, but there was it was like a big bulky one. And like, I don't know, may have had some problems with it. Anyway, I got a new one thinking this is a great idea. Turns out not such a great idea, because it was like an ink printer. And I did not realize, first of all, how expensive the ink is. Second of all, it runs out so fast that like it was like I literally thought it was broken. I was like, this is not normal. Yeah. And so every time, because that's why that printer was cheaper than like the big bulky one that he had, because like they're like different printers. Yeah. Like one of them I think is like a laser printer or something. But like the reason why that printer would be like hundreds of dollars versus like this one is like maybe like less than $200 is because the ink was so expensive that you basically have to refill it all the fucking time. And it was just so ridiculous. And then the reason why I'm telling you this is because apparently some other, like, I don't know, like some printer companies, they charge you a subscription to like be able to print. So you get the printer, but then you have some kind of subscription on it.
This is so fucked up.
I know. Like at this point, we need a revolution, because what the actual fuck is that? It's
actually crazy. There's everyone's doing this. It's so frustrating. So PlayStation, for example, where the old model was you buy games and then you can play that game for however long you want to play it, right? Now you can still kind of do that. You can. But they also have a subscription now where you can subscribe to like, I don't know, it's like PlayStation Plus or something, where you get access to all these games. And like, again, it's kind of like almost like a Netflix thing. Yeah. But it's so they can have that constant stream of revenue. Because maybe in the past, you'd buy like 1 or 2 games a year. So in your mind, you're paying like, I don't know, games like $60 or $70 these days. So like $140 a year. Well, they're like, well, let's charge you $15.99 a month. Yeah. And they're going to make more money over the whole year. Yes. But maybe to you, it seems like it's a cheaper fee because you're not paying so much in outlay. Yeah. But honestly, you're right. There needs to be a revolution because it is starting to get ridiculous to the point where like I would be so fucking pissed if I bought a printer and then I had to pay a monthly subscription to use it. I would return it. I'd be like, I am not paying. Like I've already bought the printer. Like this is my printer. Exactly. Well, and this was the whole argument when I watched Buy Now as well, how there's like this not revolution, but people are getting really pissed about these products and how like on an iPhone or your like AirPods, if your battery goes, you just have to buy a new one. You can't like replace the battery. Like my iPhone right now, everything's fine on it, but the battery is so shit. Yeah. And I'm like, do I literally need a new phone, even though I don't want to get a new phone? Yeah. Because I really like, I don't need it. I don't want to be buying a new phone because, but like, I'm like, fuck, it's unusable almost. Yeah. Well, and even mine now, mine was usually pretty good for battery life. And now I've noticed like if I'll charge it before, sometimes I forget, but most of the time I charge it. And if it's fully charged in the morning, by like halfway through the day, and I'm not even on my phone that much because I'm at work or doing things, like I'll be down to like 20%. This is insane. So this is how bad my batteries have become. I don't know if it's because I'm wirelessly charging it. I have no idea. There must be some kind of reason. Yeah. But basically one time, like literally the other day, I had it up to like 80 something %. Okay. So pretty high. And then I went for a walk. I had it connected. I think it's when it's connected to a Bluetooth, like earphones. Yeah. I had it connected to like my earphones and I'm like walking. I'm not doing too much, but I'm listening to stuff on it. Yeah. I swear I went for a walk for about an hour, and it like was basically at like 2%. Yeah, that's so crazy. And especially because, you know, one of the things is when if your phone screen is off and you're listening to something, it's supposed to use a lot less energy because the main energy suck is the screen. Yeah. Right? And like mostly, I did look at my phone a few times, but it was mostly off. Yeah. Oh! This is just crazy. So like, I like it makes me very frustrated how everything is becoming a subscription. Like it's actually insane. Like even some of them I'm like on the fence about, like I weigh it out. But like, for example, and this is probably like boring, but I subscribe to like a furnace cleaning now. So like
Okay.
every year they'll come and clean my furnace and I pay a monthly fee for it. But in my mind, and I actually worked it out, it is cheaper to pay over the 12 months this subscription and then get that once a year, which you're supposed to do anyway,
Okay,
right?
okay.
So some of them you can weigh out, but like I'm like, seriously,
Yeah.
this is getting ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like it is actually getting so fucking ridiculous. I'm like, you know, to your point, like to my point earlier, sorry, as soon as you stop subscribing to any of those services, you no longer have access to any of that stuff that you might have paid over 10 years or not 10 years.
Yeah,
but
you're
like,
just accessing the service.
Yeah.
You're not getting any of the actual product.
yeah, like think about it. It's like, you know,
As we have a Patreon.
I know this is so true.
I just realized, I was like, as we always talk about joining our Patreon
This is very
for a
true.
subscription service.
But I feel like that's slightly different because
Is
that's
it, Daniel?
that's supporting this
Don't
podcast.
hate, guys. Don't hate the player. Hate the game.
Exactly. I don't think it should exist. Like I think, you know,
Should it not exist, Daniel?
God damn, bros, touche.
You know,
Speaking
what
of
are we gonna
Patreon.
do? Yeah, join us, guys. If you needed another subscription service,
Yes.
please join us. Patreon.com/The Savage Podcast. You get bonus episodes every single month. You get ad-free content in every episode a week earlier than everybody else. Or you
Yes.
can join on YouTube, youtube.com/The Savage Podcast. If you need another subscription. But
It's
this
there.
is
There you go.
this isn't feeding the fucking corporate giant, okay?
Exactly.
This is the
It's helping
humble
helping local creators.
helping local creators, local artists.
Local artists. Exactly. Exactly.
Oh my god.
But yeah, anyway, like yeah.
Well, this is the kind of dilemma with capitalism, as
Mm.
we've always discussed. It's like anyone that critiques it, we still have to participate in it. So it's kind of like hard to critique at the same time.
It's tough, but I also feel, and I'm like just speaking of myself
Sure.
for like an example, but like I feel like you're right because there's certain things that I do. Like for example, we talk about the housing crisis. Well, I happen to have a rental property, right?
And you're gonna get more.
Maybe, but I still think you can participate in the game and do it in a like slightly less skeezy way.
Yeah, of course.
You know, like you don't have to be like a slumlord and all
Yeah.
this. You know what I mean? Like I feel like there's a way to balance
Like
it.
when we're talking about this, we're mainly talking about the extreme and also the big corporations. We're not talking about like, you know, somebody Joe Schmo that owns like 3 properties and maybe makes a little bit of income out of it.
Exactly. Like, you know, and even then it's still like, I still think it's weird that we exist in a system where somebody can own multiple properties and then there's people that are on the streets. Right. So like there is that, like, and I get that part of it, but yeah, a lot of I think the material problems that we have are these like huge corporations that are,
Yes.
you know, and then obviously this doesn't help, but like, it's not the biggest part of the problem.
Yeah, it's like Jeff Bezos's wedding. You know, that could be maybe like 50, like, or like maybe like $30 million cheaper.
Yeah.
And he could have still had a really nice wedding. You know?
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
Exactly. Just little things like
Like
that.
that could have gone to a lot of better causes.
100%.
Anyway, guys.
Shall
we go to the story?
Yeah, speaking of CEO millionaires. Oh my goodness.
Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm kind of over this story.
I
'cause
know.
it's everywhere and it's really annoying me. But continue.
I feel like it's old news now.
And it's gonna be even older if you aren't subscribed to our Patreon.
This is true because you guys are going to get this not this week, but the week after. So you guys are probably over this story by
so
now.
over it, but we can talk about it.
So let's talk about it. What happened? Okay, so we had, guys, if you haven't seen the viral video,
There's no way they haven't seen it.
I know it's like everywhere, like literally everywhere.
Which I think is kind of crazy.
I know it's like wild how it just like went
People are
so
insane.
nuts. I know.
This is why I'm over it.
know.
But continue.
So basically, we were at.
Were we there?
We were there, Roses. So you know how like at concerts they have like the kiss cams and they have like, you know, the cams where they're like, you know, highlight people and do like
Yes.
random shit. And this happens at like any like live sporting concerts. Like y'all, you know, if you've ever been to a concert before, that's what you signed up for.
Yeah.
You could
Oh,
potentially
true. Yes.
potentially be on camera, right? So
Sure.
anyway, they're
Is
doing
it common at a concert though to zoom in on people? It's
yeah.
mostly common in like sports events.
I think
right?
sports events has the kiss cam.
Yes.
So that's more common there.
Okay.
But I definitely have seen it at concerts
Okay.
before where they're
Okay.
like zooming in and people are like partying and like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
Usually it's like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, this camera's going around. And there was this couple that like looked so in love, you know, well, like, and like one guy was like holding her and she was like dancing with him like this. And then the second they realized they were on the camera, pure shock in their face.
Yeah.
Like
Pure
it's like
horror.
pure horror. The guy dives and dips
Ducks,
out.
yeah.
And she kind of turns
Covers her
around
face.
and goes like this. And then so the Coldplay was the artist at the concert, and they make a joke about it. I think they
Yeah.
said something like,
Either they're having an affair or
or they don't want to be on camera or something.
yeah.
Yeah. And so anyway, this went
So viral. So I think they posted. Is it Coldplay that posted it?
I think it was Coldplay.
Somebody posted it, and it went so crazy viral.
Yeah.
And they're like kind of, middle-aged people.
Yeah.
So they're probably like their 40s or 50s?
50s, I would
50s
guess.
probably?
Yeah.
And so it turns out, so of course, the internet did what the internet does.
Oh, sometimes the internet just,
Oh, God. So
they found
first of all, it looked like they were in like some kind of VIP seating as well.
Yeah.
Right? Because I feel like they had a lot of space.
They
I don't know.
did,
It looked like really. So that's probably why they even stood out more. Because
course.
usually if you're like in the crowd, it's hard to find like two people like that. But like they were probably standing in some VIP sitting.
Yeah.
Anyways, so turns out they were the guy was the CEO of the company Astronomer. It's a tech company.
Yep.
I haven't heard of it.
Me neither.
And then the woman.
This is the best part, though. The woman. Well, actually, the whole thing's bad. The whole thing's bad. The woman was the company's head of HR.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
So,
It's pretty bad.
And both of them separately married.
Yeah, they're both
So,
married. So
both
they were
married.
definitely having an affair. It was very obvious by their reaction.
Yeah.
And there was like another woman in that video that was sitting next to them that clearly knew.
And she was just like laughing.
Yeah. I was like, who is that?
I was like, oh my God.
Who's that girl?
I know. Who is that?
Is she like the fucking, like the HR, I don't know, second to the head of HR?
I don't know. But it's again, I think the fact anyone that's in HR, they know like HR, you have your policies about inter-office dating and all this other shit. And like, I'm pretty sure there's probably a policy that's like HR does not, the head of HR is not supposed to be seeing the CEO. Obviously if it's like a mom and pop shop, but if you're at a bigger company.
Yeah.
And like, anyway, long story short,
The guy resigned.
I
don't know what happened to the woman.
She's probably resigned as well.
Yeah,
Because I mean, you can't really, go back to the company after this.
No.
I feel like it's too much of a scandal where it's like
Yeah.
you've crossed too many lines. Like the CEO literally, because part of the thing about dating in the office as well is you never are supposed to be dating or seeing someone that directly, has influence on your compensation, all this kind of stuff. There's so many problems with this situation.
Yeah.
Somebody did a really funny tweet though. And they said, you know what? Every single year there is the gods above, they decide that there's a CEO that's going to be sacrificed. So last year we had the
the guy that got shot.
the CEO that got shot. There was another one. There was another CEO thing that happened the year before that, I believe.
Yeah.
And then this year, it's the CEO that had to resign because of his HR scandal.
Oh, God. Okay,
Yeah.
so basically it was Andy Byron, Chief Executive Officer, while she was Kristen Cabot, the Chief People Officer. But, okay, how do we feel about how viral this went? Because, like, I'm not going to lie. I think it's too much.
Yeah.
And I almost, like, I get it. Like, I understand, of course. Like, I don't condone affairs. And, of course, they have families. And, like, I don't, like, that is not good, okay? Like, obviously, I'm not saying cheating is good. Go cheat and go to a Coldplay concert. They don't
Yeah.
deserve any backlash. I understand that it is, like, obviously something bad to do. But I think the punishment does not fit the crime. And it's too much. Like,
Yeah.
the people that are jumping on this and creating all these, like, memes and just, it's, I don't know. These are real people with real families. And the families I feel bad for.
Oh, yeah. The families for sure.
And it's just like, I don't know. It's like, have you never done anything shady? Have never done anything like embarrassing? And again, I'm not saying affairs are okay, but it's too much.
I agree with you, but I do think that a big part of the reason this went as viral as it did is because of who these people were. Right. Like,
right.
Because I feel like if it was just like regular everyday people would have just been like, whatever. But the fact is, like, whether we like it or not, CEOs and executives, they're like held at this different standard, right? They're like, you're the driver of the ship, you're this, and that's why they're compensated so much fucking ridiculous money.
Right.
And so they are supposed to behave in such a way, you know what I mean?
You don't think it would have gone, I mean, maybe not as viral, but I think it would have gone, because even before I knew they were like CEO, that video was going viral.
True.
Right?
And people were doing memes on it and reenacting it.
Oh, I think it's, and I get it. Like, I don't feel, I mean, it's very rare that I feel bad for a CEO of any company.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about Astronomer. Who knows? Like, is it even a big is it a big company? Anyway.
I don't know, right?
But like, I don't know. I'm just kind of against this, like, and I know we're kind of, again, we're being hypocritical because we're talking about it.
Yeah.
But it's like this piling on this,
bandwagon? No.
yeah, just piling on and making this like this huge thing where it's like now like what I don't know. And I don't want to feel bad for someone that was like fucking having an affair.
Yeah.
But goddamn.
I know.
kind of do, not gonna lie.
I know in the same way. It's just like, holy shit, you know, talk about having a bad week, hey?
Wait, where did it say that?
No, like I'm just thinking in my mind, like imagine, like that is fucking
God.
shitty.
Like, again, let this be a lesson. First of all, don't have affairs. If you're not happy in your relationship, maybe, you know, move on.
Yeah.
Okay, because now look at what's happened.
Yeah, but then also it's like, okay, again, I'm not condoning affairs at all. But if y'all are having an affair, why the hell are you going to a Coldplay concert in a broad, huge stadium where I obviously the camera thing, you know, that was like a fluke.
Yeah.
But like there's
going to be other people.
Exactly. There's going to be other people there, especially if you're like a senior executive or something like this. Maybe other people know you from the office. Like there's so much opportunity for people to recognize you in that space. It's like, okay, you know what? Just do what people do when they have an affair and like secretly rent a hotel room and fucking you're the CEO making millions of dollars. Just do that and do your business.
Yeah.
Don't be going out in public places with your mistress who happens to be your head of HR.
God, what a fucking messy ass affair.
Oh my God, I know. But you know what? Also too, like it kind of sucks because like we don't know, like maybe these two people, they did legitimately like fall in love and like whatever, you know, these things happen. But also you guys have partners. Like figure your shit out before you start your other shit, you know?
Exactly.
So,
like I get it. Yeah, of course. I understand you can be in a relationship and maybe meet someone and then you feel like they're better. I get maybe that could happen. But again, it's like then maybe sort out your shit. Yeah. And then go to the Coldplay concert as a couple. That's fine.
Exactly.
But it's just the way that they reacted doesn't seem like either of them wanted to actually leave their spouses. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
They were doing it as secretly.
There's at least one of them that's going to be like, after this affair, it's over. Yeah. So it's like, is it even worth the fucking affair? Like, well, I don't know.
Oh, you know what? Ask billions of people out there that have affairs.
This is what I mean. This is what I mean. It's like,
is the juice worth the squeeze?
And also people are so quick to be like, oh my God, like, let's just spread this around. I bet you half these people spreading this around are fucking having affairs.
I know. And
it's like, fuck off.
It is actually crazy. And you know, God, I lost my train of thought of what I was going to say, but like, it's not about the juice being worth the squeeze, but it was like, yeah, like with this whole, anyway.
Do you think it's like the excitement of it? It's like,
oh, this is what I was going to say.
Right.
The excitement, also the thrill of it, and also that concept of like the grass isn't always greener. And you know, like people, because obviously like when you're in a long-term relationship, things can get monotonous. And it's like you have your everyday, you have your routine. Yeah. It can get boring over time, right? I get that. But then it's like they get this thrill because it's something like secretive and like, you know, whatever. And then sometimes, majority of the time, they don't leave their spouse. But let's say they do, and then they start a relationship with this other person. Eventually, that's going to become monotonous. Yes. Like you're not going to escape that by having all these different affairs and then maybe leaving and whatever. Anyway, those are my 2 cents. I don't understand.
It's like, yeah, I don't get it. And you've had kids with this person. It's like, God.
You know, sometimes it's just not worth it for 15 minutes of pleasure, you know?
Well, I mean, now they got their 15 minutes of pleasure and their 15 minutes of fame.
Exactly. They got a little bit of both. God damn.
Anyway.
So the lesson here, kids.
I'm very torn on this because I feel kind of bad for them, but I also feel bad for their families, but I also don't condone the affairs. So it's kind of like.
I hear you. Everyone sucks here.
Everyone sucks here. Everyone's a fucking asshole.
Everyone is the fucking
Every goddamn person is the asshole.
God damn. So guys, the lesson here before we go to the next story.
What are the lessons? Let's talk about the lessons.
The lesson is, number 1, don't have an affair. But number 2, if you do not go to a public place with fucking cameras and where people can see you, because you know what, guys? You'll get caught.
And number 3, think twice about spreading this shit way too far and wide, because maybe one day it gonna happen to you.
Exactly. No one is invincible.
These are real people as well. I think we have to understand this. Again, I don't want to fucking condone the affair, but I don't know. The punishment, I think, does not fit the crime. I think it's their personal lives. They need to sort it out. And I get it. They were out in public. I understand.
It is actually crazy how viral this has gone because
it's gone absolutely insane.
This couple or these people are like a household name right now.
This is why I'm like it's dangerous, because I'm like, again, now you got me feeling bad for these people because again, they did something bad, but is it worth a fucking life sentence? I don't know.
It's
I
crazy.
would, if I was them, it would. I wouldn't be them.
No,
Okay,
exactly.
Let me just clear that up. But like, if I was somehow put in that position, I don't know. Like,
it's crazy.
It's kind of dangerous. And then like, mental health is a big thing.
Yeah.
We talk about mental health until something like this happens, and nobody gives a fuck.
This is a really good point, because wasn't it? I'm not going to remember the story properly, but thinking about mental health and stuff, wasn't there like a actor or someone in South Korea where they were like, there was like a drug scandal or something, and then he ended up, the pressure of social media and everything else, he ended up committing suicide.
Yeah, so the actor, this happened I think last year or 2 years ago. It was the guy that played the rich father in Parasite, and he was like very well-known actor, and obviously Parasite was such a huge hit, and he was already very well-known in Korea as a famous actor, very well respected. And he was in this like scandal where basically he was like, I don't know, something to do with drugs, but it was mainly kind of how do I say, like not a scapegoat, but like the government, I think this is the speculation that the government was trying to pick someone in the media to like victimize
and divert focus.
Yes, divert focus. Yeah. So basically it was like the government was doing all this shit. Now we know, like we've talked about South Korean government, it was fucked up. So this is under the previous presidency where there was a lot of scandals.
Right.
So he was under a lot of fire. So he needed some other media attention to go somewhere else. And they do this often with celebrities because it's easy to pick on them, especially when it comes to like, because like, everybody, especially celebrities, they got access to things that we don't have access to. Yeah. And in Korea, they have like a very big like anti-drug policy. So even if you do like a little bit of marijuana, like you can get fucking fully canceled. Yeah. So he was getting fully canceled, and it was so much so like everyone was so much pressure. The media was just piling on him, and then he offed himself. Because this is the thing, guys. At the end of the day, these are real people. This is what I mean, right? So, and he was also kind of like I don't know if he was fully having an affair, but he was also maybe seeing like escorts or something. I'm not sure. He was talking to some, and again, so yeah, like, and he was married. So like that's another thing. Like, so he was definitely not doing fully innocent shit. Yeah. But does the punishment fit the crime is my question. Yeah. Like, are we all going to be laughing if one of them, no, offs themselves? Like, this is something we have to consider. It's like, I don't know. Yeah. These are human beings. I get it. It's kind of funny. We think it's funny. Yeah. You're right, Rose. It's a dangerous game we're playing right now. God damn, very dangerous. We talk about mental health all the time. We say, oh, we need to worry about mental health until we have someone to laugh at on the internet. Yeah. And then all of a sudden nobody cares. Yeah. And it goes super viral, and there's another lady that's going viral, which we should talk about actually. Okay. So this lady, these videos are going viral. So basically there's this like Indian, I guess she's a tourist. we're ad blockers. Again, it's like subscription services, fucking ads everywhere. So basically, an Indian tourist, her name was Avlani, was facing arrest in the U.S. for allegedly shoplifting at Target. So the incident involved merchandise worth approximately $1,000. So there was a police body cam footage, of this arrest, and this went viral. Like, so viral. And I don't just think, I know it was definitely because she was Indian and had an Indian accent, right? And people were making fun of her accent. And I get it, of course. Again, you shouldn't have been shoplifting, but she was basically saying, like she was saying stuff like, so basically she's like, I'm really sorry, I'm ready to pay for this, I can pay for this now, can I pay for this? And like, if you just look at the video, it's like kind of like funny, like she's saying she can pay for it, like. But it went so viral. It's all over TikTok, and I don't know what happened to her. She probably, got arrested. I don't know if she got arrested. But this is where I want to question something, right? So obviously, we had a situation with the Coldplay concert, right? You're at a Coldplay concert. It's a public event space where they do have like kiss cams and all this kind of stuff. You kind of know when you go that you're signing up for this. Now,
I would be fucking pissed if I got arrested for something. First of all, I know like I shouldn't be shoplifting, right? But if the police officer had a body cam, why the hell is that ending up on the
This
in
is
the,
what
in
I mean.
the internet?
Especially when it's like, I get that, like, you know, these police body cam, and also that's also another question. Just police body cam footage.
That
should
should
that
not
even
be.
be released?
I don't think it should be. Like, unless there's like a reason for it to be released. Like, that is police evidence,
Yeah.
right? That has no place on social media.
Yes.
Why the hell are you having a body cam questioning a lady
Yeah.
who's committed a crime? Right? Like, that's embarrassing. That's like shameful to the family. Like, there's
Yes.
so much shit involved on that. I'm like, why is that ending up on the internet?
Exactly.
That is fucked up.
And I think, honestly, a lot of this is divided, right? Because some people are like, oh, it's police cam footage, like it's you know, there's other
Public.
police. It's I don't again, like that should also be a question. Yeah, like why is police cam footage needing to be released to be fucking pushed around on social media and like we just watch it for fun? Like,
I know it makes no sense. Like, what goal are
yes,
you trying to?
It's literally for entertainment.
Exactly,
which is
'cause
fucked up.
What goal are you trying to achieve by putting it online? Like, it's not like this is like a case that we all needed to deliberate on as
Yep.
a society. It's like,
We're not jury.
Exactly.
But now you're putting it out there. Now you've just put it all out there for everyone to see. And again, the punishment does not fit the crime. I get it. You shouldn't have been shoplifting, but how many, like, there's shoplifters all over the fucking world and the country. They don't get shamed like this. And I think it's because she was Indian.
Yeah.
So it's a racist kind of targeted sort of like, why did you even release that? How many people get caught shoplifting?
I wonder
They
if
were like, oh, this is kind of funny. She has an Indian accent. Let's just
Yeah.
fucking post this.
I wonder if she has grounds to like potentially like sue because
I
like
don't know.
I just think to myself, like, if I was committed, and like, don't get me wrong, I'm not supposed to be doing this crime, right? But if
Yeah.
I got arrested for shoplifting and then they took a video of me and then they posted it on social media, I would be like, I feel like I could sue for like defamation of character,
Yeah.
all of this stuff, even though like I
Probably
should,
not for defamation of
No.
character, but
still there's
I
no
mean, she
place
probably
for that.
has no. If she was shoplifting at Target, I doubt she has any resources to be able to like
Well, this
sue.
is it. And also, I feel again like the problem is we're again, I'm not saying that justifying this lady shoplifting or anything like that, but I feel like we're seeing more and more of this because people are getting in desperate situations, guys.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not excusing it. I'm not saying that this, you know,
Yeah.
but things are getting so fucking expensive now. People
Yeah,
are like,
people
what do
can't
I do?
afford
They're
things.
like, they're actually in a desperate, and I'm not saying that maybe this woman was,
Yeah.
but like, it's like crazy.
I know. I just feel like, you know, again, yeah, generally, I don't know why police cam footage itself is being released, but also, why is this specific video of an Indian woman
Going
shoplifting
viral.
at Target going viral, and why did it get released? I think we all know why.
Yeah.
Anti-Indian racism is extreme right now.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's that story.
Fuck.
Speaking of the internet, there's more stories on the internet.
Oh,
God damn,
God
there's so much going on the internet right now. And well,
damn.
by internet, I mean TikTok.
Yeah. See, the thing is, I actually never see any of this stuff anymore
This
because
is why
I'm
we
not
need
on
to talk
TikTok.
about it. This is
Yeah.
why I need to tell you so you could react.
Yes.
Okay, so this guy is going so fucking sorry.
More ads, guys.
Ah.
It's getting crazy. It's like almost like the internet's becoming unusable.
So basically, this guy's going viral all over TikTok.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the thing is, so this guy named Hub's Life on TikTok.
Okay.
Okay, so he had this like big platform on TikTok. He's got like millions of followers, or maybe like 1 million. I don't know.
Yeah.
And he used to do this, like basically his content was, I don't understand why people like were so intrigued by it, but his content was, oh, I work a normal 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And he was kind of like making the 9 to 5 look a little bit more appealing.
Okay.
So he would do like content about him getting ready for his 9 to 5, like his routine, right? It was like he didn't really talk much. He would just like be getting his food ready and then going to work and then coming
Did it have
back.
like a
going
nice
to the
aesthetic as well?
Yes, he
yeah.
does like nice aesthetic.
Like the coffee pour.
Yes,
and
like shit
the,
like that.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
oh, like let me just put my laptop into the fucking bag and do it like slowly. That's his like
with
signature
the
move.
sound.
Yes,
you know,
it's very like shh. And then so yes, it was very much aesthetic. But he like was really big on TikTok because his kind of messaging was like, oh, you know, there's no shame in working a 9 to 5. You don't have to like have your own hustle going on. Like you can just like be satisfied with the 9 to 5. There's benefit. He would do like videos about benefits of 9 to 5 is like, you know, stable income, blah, blah, blah. And people would even ask him apparently like, hey, do you ever think about like quitting your 9 to 5 and doing like content creation now that it's so big? And he would say like, no, like I like the stable income of a 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. Well, recently he
quit his-
came out and he said, I'm quitting my 9 to 5 to pursue content creation.
Oh
and
my
people
God.
are like, people are divided.
Yeah.
Some people are saying, you know what, it's fair. Like, you know, it's probably a lot to juggle. He's like a new dad, and like, there's obviously a lot of money in content creation, especially in these fucking TikToks. I need to make more TikToks. Anyways,
You do.
and then some people are saying, well, you kind of like built an audience based on the fact that you are normalizing, because his whole thing was like, let's normalize the 9 to 5. And then you did what everyone else does, is immediately, as soon as you could, you escape the 9 to 5.
Yeah. So this is where I'm not as divided, but I haven't seen this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I do, and we've talked about this in the podcast before.
Yeah.
I have a problem with these content creators, and I get it. Like, maybe he doesn't want to do the 9 to 5 anymore. Fine. But then also, like, what is your content going to be about now?
Yeah.
Because you can't now. What would bother me now is if he continues doing 9 to 5 benefits.
Oh, well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
This is another fucking twist.
Okay.
So I guess, I don't know if this is like confirmed. So I guess at first when he quit the 9 to 5, I don't know if he fully told people, and he like got like an office at like WeWork, like, you know, those like fucking co-working spaces where you can like rent like an office, a co-working office or whatever, not even an office.
And he was filming content there.
He was filming content there as if he was still going to his 9 to 5. So this is where I'm like, you lose me a little bit.
Because my biggest thing is authenticity, right? Like,
yes.
the thing is, I get it. There's a lot of stuff on social media is curated. It's a certain image, all this other stuff. There's editing, blah, blah, blah. That's fine. Where I have the biggest problem though is people like, for example, you know, this guy that's like, he created a brand on working a 9 to 5, filming his experience working a 9 to 5, which is great. And he's been hugely successful at this, right? Where it starts to get a bit bad is you've now quit your 9 to 5, haven't told people, you're still promoting this 9 to 5 lifestyle, but yet you're not in it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're not transparent about it. And now going forward, you've come out about it and everything, or like talked about it and said it. So like, you need to pivot your content, because you can no longer, because like, I'm sorry.
Now he's kind of pivoted. It's like, oh, I work from home.
Yeah. But, but like, you know, I work 9 to 5 from home at doing my social media job, which, you know, all these are jobs. It's still a job.
Yeah.
But the problem is you got successful on this type of content, right? And again, I'm not saying you have to do it forever, but you're going to have to shift. It's like, I'm trying to think of this creator, but like, it's like a creator that like the Liver King, that's like, you know, built a whole brand on not natural.
That's way worse, hey?
I know.
The Liver King.
It is.
Yes.
But this is to emphasize my point is his whole thing was, I don't take steroids.
Yes.
I've gotten this huge and this jack. It's same with the people that are like, you know, fitness creators that are like, I lost all this weight following my recipe book, but actually you find out they're on Ozempic. So like, it's not quite as bad as that, but it's like this whole concept of like that authenticity. And
like,
this
you're
is
just
like
lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It would be like if you watch somebody, and again, this happens, like couples that are creating couple content, and then they split up.
Yes.
And then sometimes they'll still do a little bit of content together, and then they're not honest, and then eventually they're like, we split up, and they try to do their own thing. But it's like, it's awkward.
It's hard.
Yeah.
I think it's hard. It's like, especially when you do content and you are like the brand.
Yeah.
This is why you have to be very careful, right? It's like, if you're going to be the brand, you have to be authentic. Like, I get it. Listen, like, I do social media. I'm not showing everything about my life, but it's not like intentionally I'm going to leave this out or whatever. And I get that some things like you want to leave private. Like, I understand all those things.
It's not like you're doing Cheap Lazy Vegan and then on a
Eating
Saturday,
steak.
exactly, going to a fucking steakhouse and a rib eating contest. You know, meanwhile saying being vegan is,
right.
you know, all
yeah.
That's where I have like the issues,
Yes,
right?
of
Like,
course.
that's where I'm like, because you're making money selling products around a certain thing, and yet you're not doing that certain thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
It's interesting.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with this guy.
I hope he like really pivots his content a lot, because I don't think it's fair. I mean, he cannot no longer be talking about like
the problem with this guy is he's really boring, in my opinion. And I think the reason why he became successful was him normalizing the 9 to 5.
Yeah.
So that was like his niche. That was his niche. And
Yeah.
now his content is very much like any other, you know, those like fucking self-development men that do these like, oh, let me get up at 5 a.m. and do a cold plunge and
Right.
fucking have a green juice and fucking go to the gym. Like, that's what it looks like.
Right.
So who knows? He might still be successful, but like, I
Yeah.
feel like he doesn't have that like same charisma as some of these other people that are successful doing that.
Well, and if I was one of his followers, And I was following him because he's, again, I'm in my 9 to 5 and I'm like feeling, some sense of community with those followers. And then he stops doing it. I'm probably going to unfollow and be like, sorry, guys.
Gotta find a new audience.
Exactly. You got to find a new niche or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then you might actually end up having to go back to your 9 to 5 because your social media thing won't work. So who knows? That is
God.
Yeah, that's.
Well, here's another one. Oh God. Okay, we'll briefly touch on this one because we got to get to some of your stories.
God damn. It's okay, Roses. We don't have to's.
So, body. This one I think is like really bad.
Okay.
So there was a content creator. She was pretty viral. She was like she still is like an Instagram, like she's viral on Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. And she got viral because she would make these videos talking about like how she has like, she's very flat chested. And so she would talk about videos basically saying it's okay to have a flat chest. I'm still beautiful. Look at all these, like she would make these. I remember seeing her videos as well. Like it would be like, oh, look at all these like beauty trends that have changed over time. Like look how in the 20s, like they liked really skinny. I can't remember anyway.
Yeah.
In the 60s, they like voluptuous girls. And then in the 90s, they like the skinny girls.
Yeah.
And she would do these videos and saying that, beauty is changing and it's flowing and
evolving,
you don't have to fit this like specific mold.
Yeah.
She got a boob job.
Oh my God. So what have her fans said?
I mean, if I was her fan, and especially like if I was her fan because I was like, oh my God, I have like, I got like, okay. Like I got like small boobs, but they're like not like,
they're not like
stop. It's not like fully flat.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, I understand the insecurity. I get it. So I think a lot of people followed her thinking, oh, like she's very confident with her flat chest. Turns out
she's advocating for us, she's like
advocating for us. Yeah. She's body positive. She's all about the the being positive about your body, no matter what, no matter how flat your chest is. And then now let's see if she has pictures. Now she got the double D's going on. I think I don't. To be fair, I don't care that much because whatever, like do whatever the fuck
you want.
But at the same time, like I understand why people are pissed.
But again, it's like you've built a brand.
Literally.
Like this is what I don't get. What goes through these people's heads, right? Like if I built a brand around like I don't know, like being a tall white man. And then I decided, I'm going to get surgery to become a short white man. Okay. Like, I don't know. Fuck. Like, I make this content and I have this following and I'm advocating and people seem to really like short guys instead of tall guys, and I'm like, you know what? We're body positive too, blah, 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 all this stuff. I built a huge following, all of this. And I know she would have known this is her brand.
Yeah. This is crazy.
And
I think this is the craziest.
And then to do that is like so against what your brand is.
Yeah, it's like literally opposite.
It's crazy.
Because it's like, but I think here's my take. I think it's like when people are making content about how confident they are about their body, I think it's the opposite. I think they're not confident and they're very insecure about it, which is why they need to make the content to kind of make them feel less insecure about it, which I think is fine, I guess. It's like a coping mechanism. It's like, oh, like a lot of those body positive influencers that we've talked about before, even Lizzo, she would make all these videos. Oh my God, I love my belly. Fucking talking to her fucking belly and shit. Now she's like, oh, I'm on a weight loss journey. And it's like, okay, which one is it?
Yeah.
And then same with like that other influencer that was on Ozempic that was all about body positivity and talked a lot about it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, it's one thing if you're just like, a bigger person and you're just like, whatever. But it's like, if you're constantly talking about it,
because that's the thing.
To me the biggest tell that they're not confident.
Exactly. And I think not the takeaway, but the key thing here is like, there's nothing wrong with going on a weight loss journey. There's nothing wrong with getting implants, all of this stuff. Like whatever people want to do, like do it.
Yeah.
The issue is when you build a brand around these things and you're like motivating or you're influencing other people, all that sort of thing. And then you literally go against everything that you've just been talking about. So
she has also become a prominent voice for body positivity and feminism and was featured in like Vietnamese women's, I guess she's Vietnamese, women's magazines. And then she literally got a boob job. And then, so interesting.
Yeah. It's crazy.
But anyway.
Apparently one angry person was commenting. And then they're like, are we just going to ignore the fact that she used us to pay for her boob job? Are you not even ashamed?
Oh my God.
Again, it's like, it's hard. You've built this following. And the problem is, this is another issue with these public figures, right? You've built this following on other people that are probably feeling insecure about this.
Yes.
And then they're like, you're their like beacon where they're like, actually, I feel good about
okay.
myself.
Yeah.
I feel okay. I can go out and live my life and I feel proud of my like smaller chest and blah, blah, blah. And then you turn around and do this. It's such a slap in the face.
I know.
It's different than just like a regular everyday girl that's like, I want to go get a boob job. Fine, do it.
Totally.
But like you built content on this. Oh, that's so bad.
And that was your entire message. Your entire message was, you don't need to fit into that stereotype. You look good the way you are.
Yeah.
Embrace your flat chest. That was the entire message. And then she got a boob job.
And it's so obvious that
and it's like a huge boob job.
Huge boob job. Yeah, like she's got some got some
That's why I don't trust any of these people making this content about, oh my God, like be happy with your body, be confident. I get, the thing is, it's kind of like it's an interesting thing because it's like, I'm not against that content because I think it's good. It might help people. But at the same time, I'm suspicious because I'm like, why are you so fixated on this thing? Because it's like, again, if you were actually confident, you wouldn't care that much about your flat boobs. Like you've obviously had to, and I get it. Like it's hard to be confident in a world. Like if you have a flat chest, it's going to be fucking hard to be confident about your chest in a world that fucking does not like flat chests.
Yeah.
So I understand the insecurities, but it's like, you know, so in one hand, I like that kind of content, but in the other hand, I kind of know they're kind of lying about it. So I'm like, are you actually, you know, it's like couples that are fucking, you know, when people post way too much about their relationship and how great it is, that's when I know there's something fucked up about your relationship.
Perfect example. That awful story.
Oh God, I know exactly what
with that couple that was doing like hashtag van life.
Oh, I was thinking about something else, but that too.
That couple that was doing like hashtag van life. I can't remember what they
Gabby
were.
Petito.
Yeah, Gabby Petito. That's the one we talked about on the podcast as well. They were like, you know, on all the social media, they looked like this like couple that was so in love and so like, you know, all the stuff that they were posting. And meanwhile, I think it came out later, like he like strangled her, and then he like, did he kill himself? I can't remember the whole. Yeah, he shot himself or something. So like, obviously, it's like, everything that's on social media is not what it's meant to be. Like not all of it is like what it's truly.
And the more someone talks about, especially with like relationships, I was thinking about, you know, that family, like Chris Watts.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God.
Like that lady was posting so much about how much he's like amazing and the relationship's wonderful and everything's great. And like maybe at some point it was, but it's like if you're constantly talking about how great your relationship is, I'm very suspicious.
I'm very concerned.
Very concerned because I think the opposite is true. Because it's like you're kind of trying to tell yourself.
You're like trying to like convince yourself.
Kind of get like validation about your relationship. Yeah. And it's kind of similar to this. It's like if you're constantly talking about how confident you are, I'd be like, well, why don't you just be confident without like telling people how confident you are?
Well, and this is brutal with this creator. Like ultimately at the end of the day, like, and this might sound a bit harsh, but she built up this following for people based on the, you know, the body image or whatever. The fact that she's gone against this, like really, she should just lose all of her followers. Like her followers should go somewhere else because that's not the content that they wanted. They didn't, you know.
Like I think she could, if she went about this in like a slightly different way, or actually a very different way, because I think she literally just started posting and like she had boobs and it was like everyone was like, what the fuck, she had boobs, and and then she's like, oh my God, all my haters, and it's like people are not haters.
No.
And I think if she was just honest and said, hey, I know I made all this content, but I'm not gonna lie, it still bothers me and I'm a little bit still insecure about it.
Yeah.
So that's why I decided to get, she would still get backlash for sure. Of
course.
But I think it would at least be a bit honest. Whereas it's like, she's just basically being like, oh, whatever, you're just a hater. I'm hot now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's literally what her content looks like.
I know.
It's like, oh my God, I'm just so hot now compared to what I was talking about before and like going against everything I ever stood for.
Well, and she's defended herself saying online by saying a person should be allowed to change their mind. And then she's also said, you do not owe anyone the past version of yourself. You only owe yourself the freedom to be who you're meant to be.
Who you're meant to be? A girl with big boobs?
I know.
Like what?
Were you were meant to get a boob job? That was in the cards?
I think you were meant to have the boobs that you had before.
Exactly. Because that's the way
that's what
you were meant to have. If we want to talk about the version that you're meant to be, not the version that the plastic surgeons can create.
Oh my God. I don't understand. Anyway, should we do one story?
Yeah,
Would
we
you like
have
to pick
one, which is kind of depressing, Roses.
Lord Jesus, what happened? Oh God.
Yeah. So basically, this just like came out. Yeah, there was a Canadian. Okay, I guess a Canadian coffee entrepreneur. He took a trip with his 9-year-old daughter.
Okay.
To upstate New York. This happened really, really recently. Like, this was literally on the news today.
Okay, so they just discovered this.
Yeah, literally just discovered this. And basically, he, oh my God, he tried to stash her body under a log in a remote pond. So he obviously like killed her just before he was supposed to return her to his ex-wife.
What the actual fuck is wrong with people?
I know.
Continue.
The dad had allegedly filed a bogus kidnapping report about the daughter on Saturday night, claiming she was whisked away by 2 men in a white van.
Oh, so he tried to say, "Oh, she got kidnapped.
Yes.
I can't find her." But turns out,
yeah, that prompted this Amber Alert. So they would put it, and this was on Saturday.
Oh my God!
And then,
how do you kill your own child? How do you kill any child, let alone your own child?
Yeah.
So Luciano Fratolin, a 45-year-old debt-riddled neat freak,
debt-riddled neat freak.
Literally what it says here.
Yeah.
Was charged with second-degree murder and unlawful disposal of a corpse after the tragic child was found dead in shallow waterway outside somewhere in New York. Oh my God.
Yeah. And it's crazy. And it was like, I think the reason it was like, it's such big, well, it's big news either way. Mm-hmm. But again, he like did this whole thing about how she was kidnapped and like they couldn't find her. And he was like super, people were like, oh my God, where is she? Where is she? Yeah.
God, that's so sad.
Mm-hmm. It's just
like,
nuts.
Why?
I know.
Why?
I just don't get why people do this.
Like, what is the reason?
Yeah. I don't think we're ever gonna, that's another problem is like, you're never gonna get an answer from these people. Like they're never gonna be honest and be like, oh,
sometimes it's because like they don't want the other, this is fucked up, but I've heard many stories where it's like, they're like divorced and they're co-parenting. Like, so he has an ex-wife. It's like, they don't, like custody, like they have custody issues. Yeah. And instead of like, just, I don't know, fucking figuring out the custody, they just kill the kid.
It said that also he like, this is part of it, but I don't know again what his thought process, but apparently he may have been struggling to pay child support payments and things like that. And I'm like,
okay, so you're gonna fucking murder your child? Are you fucking kidding me?
People are crazy.
Oh my God, I actually cannot.
I know. People are absolutely like, this is just horrible. And it's like, you know what? You guys are the ones that had a child.
Oh, figure it out.
Figure it out and
There's
take fucking
welfare.
responsibility.
Like you can figure it out. Killing your kid is not the answer. Oh my God, it's so sad.
I know. Like it's so...
This reminds me of like, we'll just finish with this story.
Yeah.
There was this family in Hawaii. And this happened, I think it happened last year, but I like just learned about it. Basically, the dad, so there was like a dad, a mom, and then like maybe like 3 kids in the house. And I think like one kid was like living in a different state.
Right.
And so she's alive, but the dad basically killed everyone in the house, killed himself, stabbed everyone in the house because he was in like financial trouble. And he was like, oh, no one, I guess what happened was like maybe a little bit before he actually did the thing, he talked to his wife and was like basically telling his wife, we should kill the kids and kill ourselves. And then she was like, no, we need to find a way. Like, like we can go to like Japan because they're from Japan. Right?
Yeah.
We can go stay with my parents in Japan. We can figure it out.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, I'm like done trying, whatever. And she was trying to talk him out of all this. And then he killed everyone.
Oh my God. I just don't get, look, I'm never going to get people's psyche. And I know people, all kinds of things can happen. I've just never, like in my mind, I can't fathom or understand how people get to this point where they think that the only option is something like that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like they think like, because in my mind, I'm like, that would, first of all,
never be an option.
That would never be an option. In my mind, I'm like, no matter how fucked up the situation is that I'm in, like debt or whatever it happens to be, like there has to be a way out of it, like without offing myself or others.
That's the thing. It's like offing yourself is one thing that we also don't understand.
Yeah.
But that taken to the next level.
I know, and killing your family.
It's like, okay, if you want to go, just go.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand that, but great. Not great, but like.
Yeah.
But like, killing your entire family.
Yeah.
And I think he was like, oh, no one can take care of them the way that I can. And it's like, Are you kidding me?
I know. And then again, that's like, okay, yeah, no one can take care of them the way
you should kill them?
So you're going to kill them. Like you're going to end their life.
Of course people can't. Like the mom's there.
Yeah.
She's got parents. They've got grandparents. They'll be fine. Like, what the hell?
I know, it's just nuts.
They're not fine now. God, it's so sad.
It is crazy. And I just think, like...
Some people should not be fucking having children.
No, they should not be having families. Like, even this guy, it's like, oh, like, part of it, they're speculating, again, it was this child support, and he was debt-ridden, and there's all this other stuff.
It's
and I'm
always
like...
about money.
And I'm like, yeah, okay, claim bankruptcy. Figure your shit out. Go... You know what? People are so quick to, like... I don't even want to call this the easy way out, but like to like not deal with the issue, like, and not work for it. Cause I'm sure if he sat down and like came up with a budget and a financial plan, it might suck. It might mean that, hey, you know what? You don't ever go out for dinner for like 5 years. Yeah. Maybe you have to sacrifice all of this shit, but that is so much better than fucking killing somebody.
Yeah. Or maybe he should have just done it himself and left his daughter alone. God damn it.
I know.
Makes me so mad.
And on that positive note, guys, what a great way to end this podcast.
Why do we always end it with like the worst story ever?
I know. Oh my God.
Anyway, guys. There it is.
There it is.
There's
so,
the world that we live in, guys. Yeah. You're welcome.
You're welcome. Life lesson, not for this, but like life lesson. Be authentic. You know, if you're making content off something, blah blah blah. Like just be cognizant, you know?
Don't be a fucking idiot.
Exactly. If you're in financial stress and worry,
figure your fucking shit out.
Figure your shit out, because there's a better way to handle it than, harming other people, including yourself.
Exactly.
So like, come on.
Yes. Get your shit together.
Yes. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for tuning in to this week's episode. If you like this episode, give us a thumbs up on YouTube. Hit subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to hit follow on on your podcast platform that you're listening to us on. You get updated as soon as new content goes live. And of course, guys, check out our Patreon and our YouTube membership. So links are in the show notes, and you can subscribe to those great little areas.
Because you needed another subscription.
Exactly.
But at least you'll be helping us out.
Exactly.
Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll talk to you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.